Okay, good morning. Who wants to share with us their win for the week? Who wants to go first?
I do.
Yes.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Okay, my win for the week was I got an hour and a half massage yesterday for Valentine's Day.
Yay!
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, we decided to do Valentine's Day yesterday because the 14th is just crazy. So, but we had to come home early because we couldn't go dinner because my in-laws are sick. So,
Oh.
but we got our
Did they
massage.
watch the twins? You guys could go get massage?
Yeah, we still got our massage. We didn't get to go dinner, but we still got our massage.
That's a huge win.
Yeah.
When was the last
Yeah.
massage you got before that?
I would say maybe like a month ago.
Oh, that's amazing. Go, mama.
Yeah. So that was awesome.
And mom, I can't even imagine. Okay, who's next?
I'll go.
Yeah, you look like you.
Okay, I'm back from the mainland, and it was funny. So my mom introduced me at that conference, a Blue Diamond,
Oh,
last in
who?
Phoenix.
Who's that?
Last in Phoenix.
Uh-huh.
And so apparently my mom is really good friends with her, and who knew? I had no idea. So it was really awesome. I got to spend a lot of time with her for a couple of days, and so she gave me some insight, and
Awesome.
yeah, it's cool.
Very cool. What was the conference for?
It's called Avatar. It's like my boss sent me. It's like enlightening the planet or something. I work for Habitat for Humanity, so
That's right.
we're all a bunch of hippies. But yeah, so it was awesome. So I went, my son went, my boss went, my mom went, and then we met Lassen. So it was really cool to be able to talk to her, and yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
What else? How about you, Kylie?
Kind of like maybe belated win from the other week since I wasn't able to join last week, but that I got one more enrollment. I know it's been I feel like it's been a little slow, but so each one is like so exciting for me.
So that's how many enrollments this month?
3.
Yeah, that's not slow. That's awesome. I think a really good, not even just when you're starting, but just in general, like as you go through your business, if you want something to stay consistent with, it's 2 to 4 enrollments a month. And when you do that, you're just going to have consistent, stable growth. And so you're right there. You're on it. Yeah, you're not slow at all. It's actually pretty fast for just getting started. But that's a great number to hold as you grow. Because some people think like, oh, as you grow, you don't need to do anything more. And it's like absolutely not true. You're always wanting to still pour into your business. So that's a great number that's sustainable too, right? Because you enroll like 10 people in 1 month. It's hard to follow up with everybody, right? Like we talked about doing the membership overviews and stuff. So yeah, no, you're doing awesome. That is a super exciting one.
Thanks. Yay.
Who else? Sorry, everybody shifted around now. Who would like to share? Leanne, can you just go ahead and say your win one more time since we shared before everybody jumped on?
Yeah. So I got my first official enrollment for a wellness advocate this week. So yay!
Yay!
I've felt that it's been pretty slow going, and I've had a lot of conversations with Malia about the fact that a lot of my 100 names on my list are people from the mainland. So it's very hard for me to make that chain connection. So this one kind of just fell into place, and it took some time to nurture it, but we're finally there. So she enrolled, and we're meeting on Tuesday to do our follow-up and get her set up with LRP and all that good stuff. So yay!
Super exciting. At the end of today's call, since we have the BOGO week, you guys know that's happening starting tomorrow night, really Tuesday, but tomorrow night for us. So I wanted to talk about at the end how you guys can be using BOGO week for your businesses. And so especially like that, like the people that are on the mainland, how to interact with them through BOGO week. So we'll talk about it at the end. And then also I'm going to do a full, not really a class, but talking about how to maximize BOGO week tomorrow night on a Zoom for team wide. So we'll go into that because BOGO week is can be a very powerful week to gain momentum for your business.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else has a win to share? Everybody keeps moving. Is Lisa on? Is her name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I have only one win. I enrolled somebody, but I put her under Haley. And she's actually going to be a sharer. So she
awesome.
works at HMSA, and so she has a bunch of employees that want to learn about it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's super exciting. And you put her under Haley, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that you got your good. It's perfect. Yeah, building strong teams. Let's see. How about Leanna? Good morning. Can you share a win with us from this last week?
Yeah. My win is that I have begun the process of putting together a class.
Yay!
Yay.
Yeah, one of my aunties is going to allow us to use her house, and I'm going to do a combination of pick a recipe. So we'll do cooking with some of the oils. I just ordered a bunch of oils like the coriander and
she's a chef, you guys.
the lemon, lime, all of that good stuff, cardamom, and so I'll have like a recipe that everyone can cook themselves.
Oh my gosh.
Simple. And then we're gonna do like the aromatherapy touch. So we'll have the massage tables out.
Oh my gosh.
And then run the business side. So I definitely have a lot of questions along the way that I'll be asking, and anyone that's available to respond.
When are you doing that class?
So I'm not sure. Kind of depends on how much time I have to put it together. I'd like to do it sooner than later, like maybe 2 weeks max.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Depending on when everyone's available as well. I know that maybe like on a Sunday would be good.
We should jump on a call to we can work through some of that for you.
Yeah, so I'm excited. And my friend Nalani, who's into plant medicine, she's gonna join in and share like some actual real raw plants, just kind of have something topical. So we'll do a little collaboration.
How fun. That sounds really fun. Awesome. Let's see. Everybody. How about Malia?
Hi. So my win is Leanne's win. I'm super stoked for her to have her first enrollment, and just really proud of her for sticking with it. And she's definitely learning a lot, and I've seen that through the process. So that's my win.
Super awesome.
Thanks, friend. Love you.
Love you.
How about you, Jenna?
Well, a personal win. I went to Target the other day and did not spend all my money. I actually got within for
Self-control.
That's really been resonating with me.
Awesome. Okay, you guys, let's go in to this week's content. I'm super excited because starting, now we're starting to get more into the actual business stuff, which for me is like, I just love strategy. I love helping people to understand how this works and how this business model works and how to actually make it work best for you. So this is like I love this part. Let me go ahead and mute every. How do I do that? The thing's not up. I should know how to do this. I do it all the time. Nope, it's not showing up. Oh, mute. No, mute all. Okay. Muting everybody. If you guys have a question or anything, just pop it into the chat. Or if you are on video, just like raise your hand so we can see it. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So getting into this week's content, we're going to go over review our stuff from week 5. And then we're going to do skill training on business invitations. And then the mindset that we're going to be working on this week is I am supported. So again, I want to get through this so that we can also talk about how to utilize BOGOs for this week for you guys, because it's super exciting. So you guys all had the assignments. I'm not going to go through all of them just to save time. You guys know what they were. If there's anything that you weren't able to do and that you still need help, reach out to myself or to one of your mentors so we can help you work through that. And then also, if you haven't yet posted your, what's it called? Your assessment, your self-assessment, so that we know where you're at as far as the skills, please post that on the Facebook group. I made the image to post it under so we can keep those all together. Let's see. So I want to take a couple minutes to review some of the basic and most important parts of the compensation plan that impact a new builder. So the gold mine of doTERRA really is our unilevel compensation. We have such a beautifully designed compensation plan. You guys, it took me an embarrassingly long time to understand the compensation plan. I was explained it in a really weird way at first by somebody, and I just was like, I don't understand this. And I'm like a kind of a smart person. And it was really like, I was like, I don't understand any of this, but I'm just going to keep sharing. And then finally, I started finding some things that started to make sense to me. And so I don't want you to be hard on yourself if you're not understanding it right away. Give yourself some time. It's a pretty complex compensation plan. There's things that even still yet I just am realizing, thank you, how it works. So it really takes time for the unilevel to develop. And so we have other bonus payouts that are going to help sustain you in the meantime. Now, this is so different than other companies. So once I understood our compensation plan, because for me, I don't know if any of you guys have had this experience, but I had a really bad experience with other network marketing companies. Not so much the compensation plan, but more the culture of the company, and really got turned off from the entire business model. I thought they were all the same. I thought, well, one, network marketing is network marketing. But that is not true. Actually, all companies create their own way of compensating their representatives. So we're wellness advocates, right? But other companies call their representatives different things. And they choose how to design how they're going to compensate them. So if you have looked at other companies, or if you've not, I've gone in and like actually really downloaded other companies' compensation plans, because I'll have friends tell me like, oh, I'm going to do this because it's easier for me to share makeup or skincare or shakes or whatever. And so I'll look at their compensation plans, and most companies are not designed for long-term residual income. Right? They're more designed to help you make money, and so that you share it all over Instagram or Facebook and be like, I made, this is my check for this week. But they're not actually designed to help you get out of debt, to save for your kids for college, to buy your dream home, to design the life that you want to live, whatever that looks like. They're not designed for that. They're really designed to pay upfront more so that you get excited and so that you sell the opportunity. So with doTERRA, most people join not for the opportunity, but for the oils. And that's a really, really big difference. So we don't do the big upfront, like make $500 for every person that you sign up, because that's not sustainable and that's not actually a legitimate business model. So that's my little thing about other companies' compensation plans. So back to our compensation plan, it's phenomenal. And our Unilevel is what really sets us apart. And that's the one that's going to take time to develop, but that's the one that's going to pay you forever, as long as you have a team that is still ordering and is still growing. That's what's going to allow you, say you have a baby and you need to take some time off, right? Say you have something happens in your family and you have to take some time off. That's what's going to make sure that you are still earning, even when you're not able to put in the time like you normally would be. Okay, so and it's going to be very small in the beginning, the Unilevel compensation, but that's what grows. So it takes time to and commitment to develop that Unilevel. And that's why, Kylie, when you're saying like the 3 enrollments, that's where that, consistently enrolling 2 to 3 to 4 people a month is what is going to build this solid Unilevel compensation for you. And as you begin building yourself and with your new leaders, the faster ways to earn income are to take full advantage of the Fast Start bonus and the Power of 3 bonus. So Unilevel is something that you build knowing that it's going to be coming later and it's going to pay you out forever. But right now, to put cash in your pocket to keep your business sustaining and to have success now, you're looking at the Fast Start bonus and the Power of 3 bonus. And all the while, you're building your team towards the ranks where you can earn the generous leadership bonus pools. So can anyone explain to me what the Fast Start bonus is or how it works? Take a try. It's okay if you don't get it right. We're all learning. Am I gonna have to call on somebody?
I'll try.
Okay.
It's like, this might not be right, but like 20, you like earn 20% on whatever your enrollee spends in their first 60 days. Is that right?
Yeah. So volume. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So 20% on their the volume that they purchase for their enrollment order and anything they order in the first 60 days. So some people miss that, but Kylie got it right. So sometimes people think it's just their enrollment order, but the reason it's designed as the first 60 days is to encourage the behavior that doTERRA wants, which is for you to not just sign somebody up, but to teach them how to use their account, right? So you actually still make that 20% bonus when you help them set up their first LRP order. And if you do it, actually time it right, you could have their 2 LRP orders in that first 60 days. So if you enroll somebody after the 15th of the month, say after the 15th of February, right? So today's the 18th. If they enroll the second half of February, they could actually do a March LRP and an April LRP order that are all going to count on your Fast Start. So, and the reason that matters is because that's how you sustain your business, right? Like we talked about enrollment gifts. That's where the money for the enrollment gifts comes from. So if you enroll somebody with a 100 PV kit, you're making $20, right? 20%. If they don't place another LRP, if they don't place an LRP order in the next 59 days, you're leaving that all on the table. If you don't make the time to talk to them about how to do LRP. If they do a 100 LRP order, right, like this month with the New Year, New You promo, it's set up for that. So if they do another 100 LRP order during your first 60 days, you're now getting another 20. So instead of a $20 bonus, you're getting a $40 bonus. And this is talking with 100 PV orders. Sometimes, a lot of times people are going to do a 200 PV enrollment order or more. And so it really makes a big difference. So you don't want to be gifting, if you're enrolling somebody with a 100 PV order, you don't want to be gifting them more than a $20 gift because that's not sustainable. You're not going to be able to stay in business. And so being mindful of that, and also being mindful of that Fast Start bonus, and not to be greedy, but because oftentimes you're using that to put back into your members, right? So sometimes we talk about enrollment gifts. You can do gifts with enrollment. You can also do gifts with first LRP is another thing that some people do. So something like, I can't read you right now, the big Essential Life book, right? That's a $27 book. Maybe you wouldn't give that with an enrollment, but maybe you give that with a 100 PV LRP order the following month after they enroll, because now you've made $40 or more, right? So you could give something bigger like that. And it's also going to be encouraging them to get on LRP. Okay. How about the Power of 350 bonus? Who wants to try and explain that? How about Tara? No? Leanne, do you want to try? Or Tara's jumping on? Oh, wait. Tara, do you want to try and explain the $50 Power of 3?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm having connection issues right now.
Okay. How about somebody else? Somebody else want to try and explain the $50 Power of 3?
I think I understand it a little.
Yeah.
I believe if you get 3 people on your front line and your total team, over your team purchases 600 PV, then you get $50, but you have to have 3 on your front line.
That, yeah, really close. So the 3 people on your front line that she's talking about, they need to each be placing 100 PV LRP order. Okay, so you and those 3 people need to all be placing at least 100 PV LRP order. And then the total volume for you and anyone on your front line needs to be a total of 600. So you do the math, right? That's 3 people and you, so that's 4 people. And if each person is only doing 100, you're at 400. So you're still 200 PV away. So one thing that we teach is doing 150 PV so that each person's only doing 150 PV rather than having to make up that 200 later. You can also make up this up to the 600 by having additional people on your front line. So maybe you have 3 people on your front line that are doing 100, and then you have another person who does 75 and another person who's doing 50, but that's not really efficient structuring, but it will all add up and be part of qualify you for Power of 3. So it's basically 3 people on your front line doing 100, total OV of you and your front line as 600. And you can actually see it when you go back into your back office and you go to your dashboard. You can see your qualification. You can also go to filter detail and it'll show you who on your team is actually qualifying, who has 100 or more order. And then if it has the little O with a line over it, that means their volume qualifies as well. And it'll also tell you when you click on someone's name where they're at on qualifying for that 600. So oftentimes if you are a little bit short, say you're only like 10 or 15 PV short, you can actually do an additional order. This is a newer thing. They didn't allow this in the a while back. You can actually do an additional order to make that filled out. Now, I don't really recommend buying in for that bonus because it's only $50. So if you have to spend $20 to get $50, kind of worth it, but kind of not. I mean, like say you needed something, you needed another product, you know, sure, buy it. But that more so comes down to when you are getting your $250 or even your $1,500 bonus based on the Power of 3, and you're just missing a little bit here or there. You can do additional orders. And we'll talk about that more later. But yeah, Lisa, that's pretty right on. Does anybody know what the empowerment bonus is? How about Jenna? Do you want to share with us what the empowerment bonus is? This is a newer thing. Do you know it? It's okay if you don't. No? Okay, so the empowerment bonus is a newer bonus that was just released last year at Leadership Retreat. which is coming up again next month. And it is a special bonus that is made just for premiers and silvers. And the reason they did this was they wanted to help premiers and silvers be earning more so that they can stay with their business, right? Because as a premier or a silver, you are putting time and energy into creating your business, but you're still in the beginning stations. So you're not really getting these leadership bonus pools yet. Your unilevel hasn't really quite grown yet to be really stable. So in order to help those ranks make more money so that they can keep on building their businesses, they created something called the Empowerment Bonus Pool. And it's such a beautiful new bonus. So it's just for premiers and silvers. You have to have enrolled at least one person that month in order to be eligible for it. And the reason they do that is because some people say, you know, as in the higher ranks will build ranks for other people so that they qualify for their ranks. So if you're like, say, not doing anything and your upline is like putting people under you and building you to a rank and you're not actually actively enrolling anybody, they're not giving that bonus. They're building it to the people who are actually building, which I think is a really, really great that they do that. And it's an additional anywhere from 150 to 250 a month. So as a premier or a silver, as long as you've enrolled one person that month, you are eligible for that bonus. So I love that they created that because, you know, doTERRA, when they look at their compensation plan, they really look at encouraging the behavior they want and to helping us as business owners to be successful. So when they saw that, you know, how can they help encourage premiers and silvers, they created a whole nother bonus pool just for those ranks. So that's really cool. Let's see. How many days do you have to move a new enrollment? So all this stuff comes out of the videos from last week. So if you guys are like, what the heck is she talking about? It's from the videos from last week. So if you didn't watch those, go back and then you'll know all this stuff. This is just review from the videos. How many days do you have to move somebody? Anybody?
Is it 10?
It's 14. I think Lisa said 14?
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, 14 days, and they'll show up in your sponsor changes in your back office. So you can move a new enrollment for 14 days. You can place them under any wellness advocate. They can't be placed under a wholesale customer. So they can only go under wellness advocates. If somebody enrolls as a wholesale customer and then decides to upgrade, if they upgrade right away, you don't get a second move. If they upgrade after 90 days, you actually get a chance to move them again to another spot on your team. So the reason that they do this is to encourage people to be having conversations with their new enrollments, right? To talk to them. Are they interested in the business, which we're going to talk about in a little bit? Are they just interested in being a customer? And the reason you want to have those conversations is so you can place them on the best spot on your team. And the best spot is going to be where they're going to be best supported. So if they just want to be a customer, you want to place them where they'll be best supported as a customer. If they want to be a builder, then you're going to want to probably place them in a different spot. You know, definitely talk to any of us about, talk to your upline mentors about your strategy for your placements, for sure, at least for the first few months as you're placing people and you're getting familiar with the strategy and stuff. I know I wish I had somebody to ask that. I made so many mistakes in placements when I asked. I don't know if I shared this with you guys when I asked like her how to know where to place people. Just pray on it. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, nothing's coming up. Like, so definitely don't just do that. Like, we would have had definitely ranked way faster had I known how to actually place people. And so we talked about this before, but always structuring for Premier when you're beginning, your first goal that you guys wrote out on your vision boards is elite, but you're structuring for Premier. And I hope that makes sense. It just basically means you're keeping your volume in two legs. The reason being, right, like that Premier bonus that we just talked about, if you are structuring for silver and that's going to keep you from hitting Premier, that's going to keep you from getting that bonus. It's also going to take away your momentum from rank advancing. So always structure for Premier. Once you're Premier, then go ahead and put a third leg for silver. How about gifting an enrollment? Didn't anybody watch that part on the video? Gifting and enrollment away. That's basically when you give up enrollership of somebody to somebody else. And the reasons you would do that is to really help either somebody else rank advance or yourself rank advance. Other than that, you really don't want to do that before it's necessary. And the reason being is that you can only ever give it back. So say I give enrollership of somebody to Kylie. Let's say I put somebody under Kylie and I give her enrollership of them. And then later we need the person under Kylie who's above that other person to have enrollership of that person to qualify Kylie to rank. I can't now give enrollership to this other person. If I already gave enrollership to Kylie, the only thing that can happen is Kylie can give enrollership back to me. So it gets really tricky with gifting enrollership. And so you want to always wait until the very last moment when all volume is in and you know that everything is set before you give away enrollership, because you can only give it back one time to the same person that it came originally from. And so it can really, if you guys have looked into the ranks and stuff, it's all about who you have enrollership of your qualifiers. You have to have enrollership of your qualifiers or else they don't actually qualify you. So before you gift any enrollerships or anything, talk to your upline mentor, discuss it with them, and be really clear on what could happen with that. So, I don't think this is anything that you guys are going to be concerned with yet, but just be really mindful of that. Gifting enrollership is a thing that is really, you can't really, well, I can't say you can't reverse it. You can reverse it, but you can't get a do-over. And the same thing with placing people. You get one time to place them. So you have that 14 days, you place them one time. You don't get to place them. Like I've had people think that they could place people unlimited times within the 14 days. You get one placement in that first 14 days. Another tip about that I like to do is when I enroll somebody, I like to put a little reminder in my calendar for, I do 10 days, because say you enroll somebody at 8 p.m., that's day one. So you're down to 13 days left to move them. So don't go by 14 days, go by like 10 or 11 days in your calendar so that you have chance to really look at where you're placing somebody. And another tip on that too is to actually enroll people where you think they'll be best. So already have an idea of your structure and of your team and where you're going to be placing people when you do enroll people, rather than waiting until you enroll somebody. And if, a lot of times people you give them your website info and they put it in, and that's great. And then they end up on your front line, right? If it's somebody who is you're, close to, or that you don't think is going to be too confused by it, you can also give them a sponsor number to put in. And what that is when somebody's enrolling, they put in an enroller ID, which is yours. And then they have the option to put in a sponsor ID. So say I knew that I wanted to enroll this person, but that I wanted to go ahead and place them under Tiffany. I would give them my number to put in the enroller box and Tiffany's number in the sponsor box. And what would happen is when they enroll, they're going to show up there. Well, say then I'm like, actually, I want them to go under Tiffany's new girl to help Tiffany build her structure. And so I actually want to move this person, not on Tiffany's front line, but under Tiffany's front line. I still get 14 days to move her. So you can enroll people to where you think that you want them, and then you get to still move them in the 14 days if you feel necessary. Or if it's the right spot for them, you don't have to worry about missing the move date, right? Because you already enrolled them right where you want them. So just being really intentional with your enrollments and where you're placing them. Let's see. So as we go, you guys are going to understand more about the compensation plan. So don't be discouraged if you don't quite grasp all of it yet. It's a lot of intricacies and stuff. So it will come with time and with growth. And as you enroll new team members and leaders, always check with us, and so that we can help you strategically place people. And a lot of this stuff is not going to really make sense until it's relevant to you. And once it is, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I remember them saying something about this. So then come back to us and we can go over it again. But this is just to really let you guys kind of have a broad understanding of the comp plan. Okay. Do you guys have any questions about any of that stuff before we move on? Oh, Tara raised her hand. Where's Tara? There. Hey, Tara. I can hear you.
I just hi. You can hear me. Okay. So I just had a question. How long does it take for, say, I enrolled someone last night. And I placed them somewhere else. How long does it take for it to show up in my back office that she's under that other person?
When you place somebody with a sponsor change?
Yeah. Well, not really sponsor change, but when you first enroll somebody.
When you first enroll somebody, they should show up within the next day or two.
Okay, because I just wanted to make sure I checked, and I was like, oh my gosh, that person, because she wasn't there. But I remember that I put her under the right name. I didn't check today, because I think the site's down, no?
Oh, I don't know.
Down?
It could be.
Back office down?
I haven't checked this morning. When did you enroll her?
Last night.
Oh, last night. Yeah. No, yeah. It could not show up till today. The website's a lot of revisions, and we've got this insane IT team doing our whole overview. So you guys have seen how like the shopping experience has changed.
Right.
Everything's actually changing, but what they're doing is they're rolling out the changes little by little, and actually by to certain not certain, but like groups of wellness advocates at a time as well, in order to keep everything up. Because I guess they were saying that big companies like Rodan and Fields had like their website went down for like 2 weeks, so nobody could order, nobody could see their commissions, their business, like zero, and that it really hit them really hard. So doTERRA's trying to keep if they have to do a website shutdown, they're trying to keep it under an hour. And there's things that are delayed, like the showing up of new enrollments. Especially you guys going into BOGO week, there will be delays on the back end side. So know that. And so I like to also track my volume, like during BOGO week, and also in the last like 2 days of the month. If you're pushing for a new rank or something, write down your numbers on a whiteboard or on a paper or something and keep track of them there, because your back office is not going to be real time. And so if you're like, wait, but that person enrolled, like you're not going to see any of that right away. But yeah, if it was just yesterday, Tara, it should be showing up today, later today, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought you said last month because your phone is breaking up. I was like, okay, she should definitely be showing up by now.
Okay.
We're going to move into business invitations. So inviting people to join you in building a business. There are some things to keep in mind is really like, who are you looking for? What are you going to say? How are you going to say it? And what is the next step? Right? So you've created a lot of momentum already on your team up to this point. And on average, about 1 in every 10 people you enroll has some desire to share or build doTERRA. Personally, I find it's a higher average. I find it being like 3 to 4 people out of every 10 has a desire to share or build. And to create even more momentum, you're going to want to engage others in your vision and your purpose to inspire them to join you in fulfilling them. So strategically speaking, right, to move from an elite to a premier, you need to identify and partner with 2 new business leaders. So, right, because you're going to have your two legs. So you can learn by experience what you don't like in a business partner, or you can start attracting the perfect leader on your team now by getting crystal clear vision of what it might look like. So, I mean, this is so true. I mean, I can share with you my experience with Jenna. Jenna joined my team later in the game. I was already diamond. I already had my 4 legs that I was working with, and just really helping my current leaders build their teams. And at that point, I had probably enrolled over 100 people. And so I had a lot of people who wanted to do the business and then didn't do anything, right? And then I also had a lot of people who said not a lot, but I had some people who said they wanted to do the business and were actually building teams and were actually doing business building activities. And I learned a lot through that. And one of the things that I learned is that everybody has their own timing, right? So I've had people who said they wanted to build and then didn't do anything and then came back like 3 years later and were like, I'm ready now. I've had all different experiences. But so what I did was I took that and looked at what is it that I like working with in leaders? What is it that I don't like working with? How was I showing up that was successful? What did I do that showed up that didn't work out? And took all that and really thought, who would I really want to work with? And so luckily, Jenna wanted to work with me too. We've known each other for years and years and years. And when I started to map out, like, what does this look like? Somebody who's responsible, somebody who has a great attitude, somebody who I actually like working with, not just working with, but like hanging out with, right? Like the people that you work with, that you attract to your team, are the people that you're going to be working with. So like, get really clear, who is it that you want to work with? Because that's what you can attract. So you're not trying to enroll everybody, right? And each of us is so totally different. So be clear on who it is that you want to work with. Who do you get along with? Who is it like fun to work with? Because it can still be work, but if you enjoy it, it's a lot better, right? This whole business is about creating a life that you love, not just doing something else that you don't like to do. So getting really clear on that. And what we have is a leader avatar worksheet for you guys in your guidebook. It's on page 74. And you can go through, and I didn't have this at the time, but this is basically the exercise that I did, was thinking qualities and characteristics that are most important to you in a business partner, right? Are there things that you're like, oh, I just really, and maybe they're not things that you are. Like, I'm not super organized as far as like things in general. But I wanted to work with somebody who's super organized because it's a good compliment. Jenna's super organized. There are things that are going to be, you are also qualities that you also have, but think what qualities and characteristics are most important to you in a partner, right? Because this isn't just somebody who you're going to enroll. This is going to be somebody you're going to be partnering with. Different demographics, different background experiences. Do they have kids? Do they not have kids? How many kids do they have? Are they a teacher? Do they have background in sales? What is it that you would love to work with? Okay. Do they have a background in fitness? Do they have a background in massage or, massage therapy or body work, or are they healers or, whatever it is, who is it that you want to work with, and get really clear on that. And you can even add those things to your vision board. Is it people in specific countries? Is it people in the health, who work with like actual healthcare, like hospitals and stuff? Who is it that you want to work with? Athletes. This is going to really help you to get clear. And so that when you are talking with people, you're going to know, like, yes, you'd be a great fit for our team. And that gives you also a lot of confidence when you're talking to people. Okay, so we're going to let you do that part of your assignment this week. Work on your leader avatar. And, feel free to pick others' brains about what they look like, what they look for, to help you get more clarity. So we can do that on the Facebook page if you guys want to, have like a listing of what kind of qualities you guys are looking for. And then the process to invite someone to join you in the business will often look just like what you did to invite them to look at the product. So building a team of customers or sharers, builders and leaders begins with the same basic skills that we covered last month with inviting. So you guys can start to see how you've already practiced the skills that will help you connect with and identify new potential business builders. Yeah. So we're here to help you share the vision of what doTERRA can be for those of you for those who are interested in actually doing this. And at every membership overview, it's recommended that you ask your new team member if they're interested in sharing activities, which are sampling or hosting classes, or if they're interested in actively building, right? So teaching one-on-ones, teaching classes, and leading others. People are going to be not always think out the gate that they want to actually build, right? Because you say, oh, do you want to teach classes and, lead other people? And they might be like, I don't even know. That's scary. Some people definitely do right out the bat, say that that's what they want to do. For other people, they're interested in sharing. So sampling and hosting classes. And once they find success with that, then they're like, oh, this is easy. Actually, maybe I do want to do this as an actual business. So again, it comes back to that patience with people and honoring people's timing and knowing that, people can grow and change, that just because they say they aren't interested in business. I was absolutely not interested in the business. There was no way I was even going to look at it for probably like the first 2 years, until my husband showed me a video. I was like, you're kind of already doing it. And then I was like, oh yeah, maybe I could do this. I guess I am kind of doing it already. So really, I didn't want it interested in the business, but I found a product that I loved, and I love sharing with people things that I love. So I was sharing, but I wasn't sharing as a business. And so really looking at that timing and always be knowing that you're always inviting, right? Inviting people to that next experience, not just to enroll with you, but inviting them to learn more, inviting them to share, inviting them to build. It's all based around inviting people to join you. And so if they're interested in learn more, you can either set up a 3-way call. You can also use these build guides. Again, these are the new guides that are available in your back office. These all used to have to order these from like Oil Life or something and pay a ton of shipping. These are all produced now by doTERRA, and they're beautiful. They've been totally upgraded, and they're available in your back office. So with the shipping rewards, which is great. So this is the full business overview, buckets to pipelines. It's going to talk about the compensation plan and really to give people an overview of the business. I'm going to be doing these on Zoom, but I'm also going to be recording one so that it's actually something that you could share with people, the video, watch it with them. And then I'm going to talk about the things that you would actually talk with them about, because really the business overview isn't designed to go over the compensation plan in detail, right? Like you're going to show it to them to show them what's possible so they can start to kind of wrap their mind around something like this and see if it's really something that they'd want to do. But it's more of a getting to know you call. And so through questions, you're looking to understand 6 key things by the end of the call. And these are super, super important. So if it's not, I don't know if it's in your notes. 6 business story. You know what? I don't think this is in your book, so you should write this down because this is super, super important. These are what you're looking to know, the key things that you are wanting to know when you are talking to somebody about building the business. And do you know their hopes and their dreams? Right? You want to find out their hopes and their dreams. Do you know what is missing in their life and why? Right? Is it money? Are they wanting to start a family? Is it, what is it? They wish they could travel more, but they can't. What is missing from their life and why? Do you know the reason why doTERRA would be a perfect fit for them? So do you know the reason why doTERRA would be a perfect fit for them? Do you know what their goals and motivation is? So do you know what their goals and motivation is? Do you know if they are willing to achieve these goals? Right? Because just because somebody wants something, are they actually willing to do what it takes to achieve them? Do you know if you want to be a business partner with them? So for me, some things that I look for is people having a desire to help others. Just in general. If somebody tells me that they want to do this because they just want to make a ton of money, and it's not about there's no root to their family or to their community, that's kind of a red flag for me, that I don't know that I could work with them. I'm sure that the business model works and would work for anybody, but for me, there's not a connection there. And it's going to be really difficult for me personally to partner with somebody who doesn't have those values, because that's not how I look at this business. And if their only goal is to earn money, then I'm going to have a hard time mentoring them. So do you know if you want to be a business partner with them? Are there things that you specifically need to see in a business partner? Whether it's, for me, it's values. If it doesn't need to be, whatever it is for you, are there things that you need to see, or things that that you couldn't really work with? Another one for me is negativity. That's really hard for me to partner with somebody who is negative and can't be, positive and look at the positive side about things that are happening, because this business can be really challenging. So how do they face with things? So really knowing if you want to be a business partner with them, so important. We're not, again, looking to just sign up everybody, right? This is going to be a partnership that you're going to have for a very long time, and how, really looking at if that's something that's going to fit with you and your life and your business. So those are the 6 questions that you really want to be able to answer at the end of a business overview call with them. So it's not about talking all about the comp plan and how amazing it is and how much money you can make. It's really finding out about them. So it's about asking clarifying questions to know what it is that they are looking for out of a doTERRA business, and then seeing if this is a good fit for them. Can this business opportunity, can what you have to offer actually solve that problem for them, right? We're solutions providers. So is this business a solution for them? Depending on what their answers are to those questions, then you'll know, right, whether it is or not. This business isn't for everybody. It just isn't. Anybody can do it, but it's not for anybody. It takes somebody who really wants to do it. So that's my thing about qualifying. So not just it's about giving you that opportunity to get to know somebody and what they're wanting to do, and really finding out if they qualify to join your business. Let's see. So there's going to be opportunities and situations where it's going to be really important for you to be able to share your own developing business story. And so you can use this basic outline to help you begin to write your story in your participant guide this week. So this is in your guide, but it's share what your dreams and goals were before doTERRA. And there's prompts in your guidebook, and you can just kind of answer these to kind of brainstorm it. But you're going to share what your dreams and goals were before doTERRA. You can describe the career path you were on. You can express how it just didn't seem possible to reach your goal if you continued on that path. Share how you desired natural solutions for your health. Share how you were introduced to doTERRA, and even your skepticism of the product and the business. I for sure was super skeptic of the business. Share the positive results and how you feel now about the products and business in your life. And explain that if you could share this feeling with others, why wouldn't you at least try? So, and then you can also share who you are looking to partner with as a business partner. I'll just throw out a little challenge for you guys. It can be super nerve-wracking, but it can also be one of the most powerful ways to share. If you are comfortable, or actually even if you're not comfortable, on Facebook Live or on Instagram Live, sharing with your community. So not creating a whole new Instagram with like creating a business name and all this stuff that nobody's following yet. Your warm market, your friends, your family, the people that you know, going and sharing from your heart what your dreams and goals were before doTERRA, right? The career path you were on, how it just didn't seem possible to reach your goal. Share how you desire natural solutions for your health. This is a step-by-step guide. If you want to really share, and if you want to really like get out of your comfort zone and just take that leap, this is like the number one most powerful thing that you can do, because it's coming out and sharing that this is what I'm doing now. This is what I've found. And I'm so excited, right? And this is who I'm looking to work with, because this business is all about success. In this business is all about finding people who actually want to do the business with you and who are ready to run with you. You guys are all pretty new here. So it's not, you probably haven't reached that point of like frustration with wanting to build and having people on your team who don't want to build. But I was there for a while. I got stuck there for a really long time. And I was like, felt like I was trying to pull people up a mountain and trying to help people hit ranks that they didn't even care about hitting. And it can be super frustrating. And had I known this then, and had I been able to share what it was that I was wanting to do and who I was looking to partner with, then people know, right? It's like putting out that lighthouse so the right people can find you. So when you do something like this, the people who are looking are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know she was doing that. And they can find you then. So the earlier that you find business builders in your business, the more momentum you're going to have, because you're going to have people who are ready to run with you rather than you trying to drag people up a hill like I was doing for a long time. I'm no longer doing that. Now I know not to try and drag people who don't want to do this. Now I know to really find out if this is a good fit for somebody or not, rather than trying to be like, you'd be so good at this. You know so many people. I have so many people placed on my team that are not in good places because I assumed she'd be really good at this because this and this and this. Well, she doesn't want to do this because it's not for everybody. Of course she'd be good at it if she wanted to. She has all these skills that would be great for it if she wanted to do it, but she doesn't. So I made a lot of assumptions, placed a lot of people based on those assumptions, and really put myself into a situation where I wasn't running with people. I was trying to run and I was being held back by all the weight that I was trying to pull. So I really don't want you guys to be in that situation. And if you're ready to find the people who want to run with you, this right here is the most powerful thing that you can do, because all you really need is one or two people to be like, yes, that's me. What you're doing, what you just shared, how you're feeling, I want to feel like that. I want to do that. And the great thing is you guys have this system and this community to get people into, to train them. So just because you're just starting out doesn't mean you need to know all the answers for them. You have us to help you guys with them. So if you have somebody who's ready to start building with you, we can do that. And we're probably not, just so you guys know, we're probably not going to be doing another round of pre-lead group. This just happened that everybody was kind of really wanting to do this at the same time. But I'm working on creating a program now that this is finalized, is the launch guide, the one that people can get from doTERRA, and working on kind of merging the two, this pre-lead program and the launch, to do a group one. But you can always help people do this pre-lead through individual ones with your mentors. And we can also, don't have to wait for this. You can also start people with the build guide and with the launch guide, and we can help you guys do that. So just if you're ready to come out of your shell and to share it with your bigger community and really to find your people, that is the fastest way to find your people, rather than you talking to individual people, is just putting out your message. And you'd be surprised by how much positive response you get when people realize that you've found something that you're passionate about and that you love doing, and that you're wanting to share that. So just putting that out there. When another thing is when someone has expressed their desire to start the business with you, a great thing that you can do is to give them the opportunity to prove themselves and their interest by asking them to do something like reading a book or watching a training video and observing how they do that. So if somebody tells me that they want to build, and I'm like, great, here's a great book that I love that'll give you a really great overview of what this business is. If I let you borrow this book, will you read it? And then they don't read it. You know, if we decide on a date to check in, maybe 4 or 5 days or a week later to check in with them, and they haven't read it, that tells me that they're not really interested and they're not really ready. And again, this is something that I didn't do early in my business. I was like, oh yay, they're interested. Okay, great. Let's put them in this key spot on my team and just start going. I haven't given them an opportunity to really prove whether this is something that they want to do or not. So if you feel like they're ready, invite them to either join you in Pre-Leet or to watch a video. You can invite them to, you can share that Dropbox with them, the Dropbox audiobook, The 4 Essential Steps to Building a Essential Oil Business. That one's a really great one because it's audio. People really like that. If you can share with them your leadership in the 1 Minute Manager and ask them to read it. Some of you guys have the 4-Year Career. I love that book. I think that's a really, really great book to let people borrow right off the bat. I know that's, I think, the one I shared with you, right, Jenna? Is that one I showed you? Yeah. And I think she read it like the next day. Like, okay. So, giving them something to, and it also shows them that you're serious, right? And that you've taken their interest seriously. And then in our experience, we've also learned that it is the people who talk about the business who also grow their business because they're constantly inviting others to learn more. I've seen this as so true on our team, especially the people who are growing the fastest are the people who actually talk about the business, who aren't shy to talk about the business. This is like what they're doing. So if you don't share the business opportunity regularly, you'll find yourself struggling to reach your goals. So nobody can do this business alone. You need others to join you. So don't let the fear of what others might think or say keep you from your dreams. And, trust this process of increasing your skills and your mindset and your belief in yourself. And that this is all coming together. And we know that you can do this, that we're all here to support you in growing this. So, take a chance to take some time to look through your list and really identify who it is that you have in your mind to actually do the business with, and start to set up calls with them and see if they'd be interested in seeing business overview. Again, I'm going to be I'll get you guys a date for that. I got to find a sitter of when we can do that, but we're going to do business overview, but I'm also going to record one so that it's something that you can actually share with people. So it's not going to be just share it for them to watch it. You'd probably want to watch it with them so that you can then ask those questions and find out the answers to those 6 questions, right? Because a lot of the business overview, again, is really about you finding out about them. But you're still going to want the overview part, which is through the build guide. Any questions on that? Inviting people into the business? Anybody? Okay, I know we're almost out of time, but Jenna, can you do the mindset for us this week?
No lollipop. So does anybody want to share their belief work from last week? I am loved. Any insights, or maybe want to share the oil of the week that you used? Anybody? Is somebody trying to? Leanne?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I use bergamot. I'm actually still diffusing it. I've been on a big bergamot kick. I have a diffuser in my car as well. So I've been all week. And then as far as breakthroughs, I think really for me, I think a lot of people know my journey of weight loss and healthier living. And I think just this week, working with the I Am Loved, it kind of then forced me to really kind of accept that love for my body where I'm at the moment, even though it's not necessarily where I want to be. So I think the work this week, the mirror work this week, really kind of helped me focus in on just finding that personal love and knowing that I love myself and reaffirming that for myself.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. And it's actually interesting that you chose bergamot, because bergamot is the oil of self-acceptance. So
it means a lot.
Yeah. So it's supposed to relieve feelings of despair, self-judgment, low self-esteem. and has a cleansing effect on stagnant feelings and limiting belief systems. So it's very interesting that you chose that. And just kind of like what Miley was saying last call, you know, oftentimes we're drawn to certain oils for a certain reason, just kind of like you with the bergamot and how you're trying to, I guess, love yourself and working on that self-acceptance. So that's really cool. Thank you. How about anybody else? Oh, Yana. Oh, sorry. There.
Can you hear me? Hi there. So I've been using the blend Peace, the reassuring blend. I've been using it every night while I sleep, but just trying to have a peaceful night's rest. I've been going through doing different variations of detoxing right now, both physically and mentally. So it's wonderful, and it's, as everyone might be familiar, you know, it's got the vetiver, the Lang Lang, clary sage, marjoram, spearmint. I don't know what this one is, the labdanum twig extract. I'm not familiar with that one, but and lavender, of course, frankincense. So yeah, as far as just that really helps calm me down, feel at peace, reassure that I'm on the right path with my personal healing, and being more grounded to be able to share more in the future.
I love Peace. we use Peace a lot here too, not just on myself, but on my kids too. So thank you for sharing. Peace, the reassuring blend, invites individuals to trust in divine goodness and grace, and allows you to let go of control and excess attachments in order to experience peace that flows from the divine. So it's a really great oil, I think, just in general for people that are feeling unsettled and need to feel. You look beautiful. Okay, sorry. So let's move on to this week's. Sorry. Say hi. Hello. This is my daughter, Mika. Okay, thank you. So this week we want to support the belief of I am supported, and to help you identify trigger moments or undercurrent beliefs that are impacting this belief, will you rate yourself from 1 to 10 on these questions? 1 being no, this is not at all true for me. 10, yes, no doubt, this is totally true for me. Can you ask Grandma, please? Thank you. 1, do you find that you're easily supported in all that you do? 2, do you find that you're unsupported and alone in your efforts? 3, do you create situations where you're alone and without help? 4, do you struggle to delegate? And 5, are you overly responsible? So thank you for your vulnerability. This week, we want you to strengthen that belief that you are absolutely supported. For your daily mirror and belief work, we invite you to use these affirmations and affirmations. So your morning affirmation: why am I so supported? Why am I worthy of others' support? Why do I support myself? And why do others support me? And then your evening affirmation is, I am supported. I am worthy of support. I support myself and others support me. So to help you remember this, I want you to put on one of the following oils before you do your mirror work. So whenever you smell this, you are reminded of this new healthy belief. So from the following, select whichever resonates most with you. Console, clove, coriander, Roman chamomile, white fir, Siberian fir, cedarwood, birch, balance. Does anybody want to hear any of the emotional properties of these oils that I just listed? Any kind of sticking out to you or?
Balance.
Balance. Hold on 1 second while I flip through. Okay. So Balance is the grounding blend. It's primarily a combination of tree oils and roots. Trees live in the present moment. They are not in a hurry. They are stable. Grounding Blend's soft energy is excellent for calming overactive children who have difficulty settling down, and is also a wonderful remedy for those who need to reconnect with their roots. Grounding Blend strengthens a connection with the lower body and with the earth. These connections are especially important when the upper faculties have been overused due to excessive thinking, speaking, or spiritual activity. So it's especially suited for personalities who seek to escape from life through disconnection or disassociation. These individuals may avoid long-term commitments in work or relationships, preferring instead to drift. This blend reminds individuals that to realize their true dreams and desires, they must stay focused on a goal until it is actualized in the physical world. Grounding Blend teaches true perseverance by assisting individuals in staying present with a specific plan or idea until it is embodied. Providing inner strength and fortitude, Grounding Blend teaches individuals to ground their energy and to manifest their vision with the patience of a tree. I love Balance. Anybody else?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, Tara? Are you raising your hand in the chat?
Jenna, can you hear me?
Yes.
What book were you just reading from?
This is the Emotions and Essential Oils.
Ah, that's what I thought it was. Thank you.
So awesome. Sometimes, like, if I'm not even sure what it is I'm feeling, I'll go and I'll flip through the book just to get a better idea. There's actually a chart in the appendix that helps you identify maybe some of the emotions or clarify some of the emotions that you're experiencing.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's also in the Essential Life book. There's a emotions part that you can either look up what you're feeling or what you want to feel.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see that part yet.
Mm-hmm. It's in the back.
Awesome.
And then if you guys need this book, it's available at Oil Life.
Oh,
Oil Life has a President's Day sale, 19% off. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like President 19 years is the code. So they have 19% off right now. And then Share Oils, you have 10% off through the end of the month with from the I Love one. It's on my Instagram.
Boop, boop.
This is a book that, you should all have. This is the updated one. The yellow. Make sure you get with the black drawings is the 6th edition is the one you want.
So just to confirm, you can get that from Oil Life. Is that what you said?
Yep. Oil Life or Share Oils. Both have it.
Okay.
Share Oils is cool because they're free shipping over 50. Oil Life, you have to pay for shipping, but they have the 19% off this whole weekend, I guess, till tomorrow maybe. Okay, so BOGOs, guys. A great thing. I think mainly what really brought that up was Leanne sharing that a lot of her people are far away. So I've made a BOGO group. We did it last time, and we're gonna do it again. And so I will share the link to it in our group, and you guys can join the BOGO group. And what it is every day we're going to share the promotion, and then we're also going to share education about the products that are being offered as BOGOs. And so, for your people who aren't yet enrolled, but you want to share with, that's a really great way to share education with them about the oils and for them to purchase oils at a really great price. It's also a really great time for them to enroll because they will get the New Year, New You promo as well as access to all the BOGOs. Another thing I offer to people is letting them know that, if they don't yet have their own account, but I will extend my wholesale pricing to them for the BOGOs. So I will purchase it for them and send it to them. Now, if you're people on the mainland, you're going to have to ship it again to them. So I would just account for that. But basically, they're not going to have to pay shipping for day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, right? You're going to order it, and then send it to them. So if you can afford to purchase things for people and then send it to them, that's a really great way. What a lot of people do is they'll be like, oh yes, I want to opt into this day. I don't want this one. I've had people tell me like, I want all of the BOGOs just every day, just get them all for me. I've had people just buy here and there, like, okay, day one, yes, I want it. And that's through communicating with them via email or text message, usually text message, because email, it gets so crazy. But let's see. Lisa asked, are they able to buy on your retail site? Yes, they are. But say it is, they're going to get it for, say it's buy a lavender, get a peppermint. They're going to just pay retail for the lavender and still get a free peppermint. So they're just going to pay more. So I encourage people to either get a wholesale membership or to order through me. The other reason too, so if you are structuring for Premier or higher and you are wanting your volume in your legs so that they are qualifying you, then you really actually don't want people to order retail from your site because that volume stays on your front line. If you're just going for elite and you're not, Premier's not even in sight or anything above that, I wouldn't worry about it. Then fine, yes, they can order on your site and then it'll count for your overall team volume. But if you want that volume to count for a rank qualification, you want that volume in your legs, so not on your front line. Does that make sense? And I'm going to go more into depth in that on tomorrow night's call, where we're really about strategizing BOGOs. But this is just to let you guys know that you can use the BOGO group as a way to, people don't need to be members yet. If they want to learn about the BOGOs, have them in there. I highly recommend interacting with people. So when the BOGO is posted, like not everybody sees everything. So you'd want to comment on it. You definitely want to be interacting with them and know, like, do they have sleep? Or another thing you can ask people is, hey, I'm working with doTERRA now. We have, oils for just about anything. I thought of you. You might be interested in this. If you want to set up a quick call to go over, what your health concerns are, maybe you don't do a call with them, whatever it is, finding out their health concerns. So would it be okay if I let you know what the special is, if it's something that can actually help you? Oftentimes they're going to say yes, right? So keeping organized of who you're communicating with. But it's a really great way to get oils into new people's hands before they've enrolled. So rather than sending them a bunch of samples, letting them know, like, this is what the special is. This actually could really help you with your sleep. You said you wanted to sleep better. This is a really great oil for that. This is how you'd use it. Let me know. You don't get a better deal than this on it. Let me know if you'd like to purchase it. Does that make sense? Does anyone have any questions about the BOGO group or how to use it? A lot of people on there are going to be ordering through their own accounts. So if you have people on your team, like Kylie, are your 3 people, are they in Maui? Are they near you? Or they're...
2 are and 1's on Oahu.
Okay. So like maybe you would group order with the Maui girls, like, and text with them and, hey, do you guys want to group together with the BOGOs? Another thing you can do is also talk to people about sharing it with their friends and family. So like the 2 girls that you enrolled, they actually get up to 5 a day on their accounts. So if they have friends and family who may want the BOGO deals, this is their opportunity to help their family members get the best pricing as well. So they could order, oh, your mom wants some and your auntie too, like, wants this deal. And that's going to really help you increase your volume. So I've seen people double their team volume in 5 days, which is absolutely the 3rd week of the month.
Mila, share how many people ranked up the last BOGO.
Oh, the last BOGOs in November, we had 75 rank advancements on our team, which is crazy. It's usually like 10, 25 or so. 75 people rank advanced in that that month due to BOGOs. So they can be really, really powerful and really knowing how to use that. So maybe think about what we just talked about, and if you guys have any strategies or anything that you want to kind of like start thinking about how to really maximize BOGOs, and really looking at how it's not just you, but how other people even on your team can share the BOGOs with their networks too. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't do assignments. Okay. Sorry. So your week 6 assignments are time blocked for pre-lead and assignments. Your daily mirror and belief work, I am supported. Ask and invite 15 friends, 2 to 3 a day, to determine interest level and invite them to a one-on-one class or share a sample. Conduct 1 class or 5 one-on-ones. Follow up with 2 to 3 people a day. Complete doTERRA University building section. Schedule 1 to 2 3-way calls with your accountability partner or mentor and someone on your team interested in learning more about the business of doTERRA. Add 1 more Be Smart activity to your daily routine for 3 a day. Create your builder avatar, share vision with your accountability partner or your mentor. Read the most current version of the Leadership Magazine and select 2 diamond articles that inspire you. Share with your accountability partner or your mentor, and watch the Truman Team Jumpstart Series compensation plan and structuring skills. Any questions or thoughts on the assignments? Okay.
Sorry. Oh, can you just clarify for me the Be Smart activities?
Oh, right. So Kylie missed
last week. Let me get there. The Be Smart activities are the acronym. So Be Smart is body, envision, script, meditate, affirmations, reading, and thankfulness. And so it's choosing a couple of those to incorporate into your daily routine.
Thank you.
Yeah, I go more into depth in them. If you want to watch last week's recording, we go into breaking down what each one of those looks like. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, guys. We will see you probably tomorrow night on the BOGO, maximizing your BOGOs call. Otherwise, we'll see you soon. Okay. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.